Good afternoon and welcome to today's vlog for Tuesday the 22nd of July. Hope everybody is well. Going to start off just about the CX and SmartPay. We've all seen the email from the CX and all the other vloggers on YouTube have made their comments, which mostly are, well, I think pretty much all are in favour of it. And I agree. I think it will be a good thing. I think the CX do a lot of things well. I've spoken about the pricing, and for me, my opinion, I think for under £10 a day, it's value for money. I think the app that we use on a daily basis is good. It's clear, it's reliable, and I think as well on the CX there's work. Maybe not as good as it was 3-4 years ago, but there is work on there. I think where CX do fall down is when we do have a problem as owner drivers, is getting paid by one or two shippers, and they seem quite happy to sort of, wash their hands of it and just let us get on. And hopefully SmartPay will change that, because they will have to get involved now with a SmartPay system. So we'll see how it goes anyway, but I'm looking forward to the change, and I might just change my way of working. I've been quite deliberate in not working with very few 45-day payment shippers. I think Voyager is one and CTG Express are two that I do work with, and I think our own Freddie Fletcher, James, he is also 45 days payment, and he's one of the good guys. So there are plenty of shippers around on 45 days that are good. It's just that every time I've had my fingers burnt, it's been one of those. So we'll see. Anyway, we'll just say, so we'll see what happens 1st of August. Right, on to today. So yesterday evening I did get a job. It's a ship I've worked before, and it was a collection for a small van in Chelmsford at 8:30 this morning, and that was 2 deliveries, one going to Basildon and then on to Dartford. It's 39 miles it was, and I put a price of £75 on it, which was accepted, which I was really pleased with. I think that first job of the day is always going to be your best job. The shippers do need to make sure their customers' demands are met if it's an early collection, and yeah, for us as owner drivers, we can therefore get a little bit more money. Later in the day, obviously we're looking for that second job, and all the drivers that have perhaps their own business in the morning then become available and looking for work. That's what drives the prices down. But no, good start for the day. So I was there an hour early, as I always tend to be. Apologise to the customer that I'm an hour early, and if the goods aren't ready, there's absolutely no problems, but they were. So that was 13 small boxes loaded on, and away by 7:45. A little bit of traffic hold up was showing on the sat nav, so I had to go a slightly different way through Billericay and sort of some back roads to get down onto the M25, or sorry, onto Basildon. But we got there in the end. Lost about 10 minutes in time. Took off the 13 boxes. We put a pallet on for Dartford, and again the Dartford bridge was misbehaving, and that held me up about 10-15 minutes. But I was all done by 9:30. I was pleased with that. That's fine. That was okay. I delivered to an industrial area called Questa. I'm sure many of you have been there. It's quite a large one, and it's one of those pain in the backside industrial estates. There are yellow lines, double yellow lines everywhere, cameras everywhere, and parking signs everywhere telling you that you're going to get a ticket. What you may not know is if you can find Unit 21, which belongs to National Windscreens, right opposite there is a lorry park. There's a tiny little sign that says lorry park. You can park there free for 3 hours. So yeah, just a little tip if you're ever down that way. While I was looking for work, I put in prices on and was getting nowhere. Now I'm going to give you some of the examples of prices I was quoting, so you can have a look and think if I was being too ambitious or not. The first one was from Swanley. It was a small van job going to Sunbury-on-Thames, and that was 51 miles, and I quoted £60. Didn't get it. There was a job from Tilbury, just back the other side of Dartford, going to Kettering. That was a small van, and that's 107 miles. I quoted £100. Didn't get it. There was a job from Dartford going to London Southwest 6, which is Fulham, and that was a wait and return, so it's only 46 miles in total, but obviously you're going into London, and well, as we know, that's going to be traffic. Now I did quote 100 on that. That may be slightly ambitious even by my own thinking now, but it is time, and I don't believe in this half price if you're doing a wait and return. If you're going to do the mileage there, you're going to do the mileage back again. But didn't get that one. There was a Basildon to Luton for a long wheelbase. That was 54 miles. I quoted £70. Didn't get that one. And there was a Basildon to Cambridge and then on Huntingdon, 82 miles. That was a small van job. Quoted 85. Didn't get that. Anyway, eventually a job did come up. That was from Westerham in Kent. Now, if you know, Westerham really is Biggin Hill Airport. And that was going to Saffron Walden in Essex. For those that don't know, Saffron Walden is just north of Stansted Airport, about 10 miles, not too far. That was a small van job. It was for 62 miles and I quoted £60. Because of those jobs that I didn't get, I thought I probably need to go a little bit lower. Now I did get that job, and I'm sure some of you are probably screaming at the phone that it's probably air parts, air maintenance for aircraft parts, which it was, and therefore you could probably demand a little bit more money because they're normally urgent. Yeah, you probably can, but of course one of the problems is we never really know what we're picking up till we actually get the job. But I was happy with that. That was an 11 o'clock pickup, so I was there plenty of time. I was there about 20 to 11, and I left the site bang on 11 o'clock. Took a little bit longer to get there. Some problems as normal with the Dartford tunnel. I got held up for about 15-20 minutes with that. Finally got there, a little bit of a queue on the M11 as per normal, but we made it, and we got there just at 12:25. So I thought, lovely, I can get this off and go away and get some lunch. Another reason why you don't book a job until you finish the one you're doing. They was at lunch and they weren't coming back till 1 o'clock, so I had to sit till 1. There's no point ringing the shipper. I don't demanding waiting time. They're at lunch. We're all entitled to lunch break. It's just one of those things. So and because today was the one day I didn't bring my lunch with me. Anyway, 1 o'clock they did unload me. I was all done and away off site by 1:10. Went round to the local Tesco's 10 minutes away to get some food. Had some lunch. The dog's with me today. If he does start barking, my apologies. Gave him a little walk, and then we started looking for that third job to round the day off. Now, where I was at Saffron Walden, I'm close to Stansted to the south. I could go Cambridge to the north, and I could go, well, west slightly, not too much to the west. And Haverhill is not too far away, and Haverhill is quite a good area. And there's a job that comes out on a fairly regular basis, maybe one or two times, a couple of times a day, that goes down to Grays. So I was keeping my fingers crossed for that. Haverhill did come up, but it was going to Brentford. Didn't quite fancy that. It's too far west for me at that time of day. 10 minutes later, bingo, up comes Haverhill to Grays. Done this job many, many times in both directions. Regular shipper, and that's 63 miles. I always do it for £60. It's been one of those jobs that suits as a third or second or third job of the day, and it definitely suited me to do that. Got round now, little delay because the paperwork wasn't quite ready. The load was on, was just waiting for the paperwork, but it's literally 5-10 minutes, no dramas. Down to Grays, that's been delivered, and I'm now on my way home. It's 10 to 5, yeah, 10 to 5. On my way home, I'll be back indoors at 6 o'clock, all done. So that's 3 jobs. 195. We did a 75 and 2 at 60. I'm happy with that. That's within my target for the day, the 175 to 200. And the best thing really, they've been 3 good jobs. No stresses really with traffic. All the people loading and unloading me have been great. Even the people who had the audacity to have their lunch break, they've been absolutely fine as well. So really good day, really enjoyable day. There will not be a video tomorrow. I'm having a day off simply because I can. I've got no boss to grovel to. I've got no customers to ring up and say sorry, it'll be a subcontractor coming in tomorrow. I've got a few things I want to do at home, and I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice tomorrow afternoon. We've got a lovely Lido where we live, and I quite fancy, if the sun's out tomorrow afternoon, which it probably won't, go down there and have a couple of hours with some lunch, and then a bit of sunbathing and a nice little swim and a relax and a bit of me time. Anyway, we'll be back on Thursday, so hope all is good, and I'll speak to you on Thursday. All the best. Cheers, Paul.